All right, so after the first episode of me being a first time farmer, I reached out to Diesel, I reached out to Dre, I reached out to so many other farmers I know. Is this weeds right here? No, it's not about a part of the field. But this is one thing I did. I went and bought chickens. I went and bought chickens. We even have a rooster. We even have a nice rooster in here. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. These are cheap chickens, so what I heard, they take a little longer to reproduce, so I got to keep that in mind as well. This is our canola field right here. Right now, there's no weeds in here. We did have to get a weeder to get rid of the weeds that grew in there. This is our wheat. Looks like it's 60. It's depending where at, it's more fertilized in certain spots. 100% here. Maybe we'll go over go over what the rest of the fertilizer we have just to put it on it. And that one over there is barley over there on our field. And so far we have had so many epic fails. I would have showed you the videos, but I decided to scratch them because I was so pissed off. I did some I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I did some missions or not playing a survival game. I'm an idiot. I did some contracts. I did a few contracts, right? Failed, epic fail. I did one where I had to bale the grass and wrap it up in like what's it called, silly wrap, or I gotta remember what it's called. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm new to this. I gotta bear with me. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, I don't even know how to drive. Try to drive in All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw the rest of that fertilizer in that field. Anyways, I failed miserably. I bought the wrong size bell and I couldn't even wrap it, so that was a failed contract. Another contract is where I had to harvest a field and send it on the train to Goldcrest, or ain't that what it's called, right? It's called Goldcrest Valley, right? That's what it's called, right? Yeah. So if I can find it, where's that at? Down here. Yeah, Goldcrest Valley. We was on the field to send that stuff to Goldcrest Valley. I was so pissed off because it left the contract at 89% complete, and there was no more wheat on that damn train. It went there and it left me hanging. It left me hanging dry. I was in so much salt. It didn't even make any sense. So we're just going to work on our field, and then eventually we're going to try to come up with some scheme or some way to make a good amount of money just so I can buy some more land for animals. That's kind of, I think, where the money's at, right? I could be wrong. I have a lot to learn. There's also a lot of money in wheat. I remember dropping off some wheat, making $5,000. At one point, I could have made 8 if I would have had this amount, that amount. Also, this field right here is too small to make any good money. So, all right, that should be enough. We are leasing this right here. This is a fertilizer. We are leasing this, by the way. So let's take a look at that field real quick just to see. 90%. Still saying 61. Maybe it ain't going to change. I don't know. But I see some of it's more than others. I don't know. But this was at 100. Maybe it has to grow a little bit more. That's probably what it is. I want this one. Ooh, there's one at 14. But it has to be, this one is wrap it with silage bale. So that means I'd have to, yeah, that's, yeah. So I decided to take on a contract that's worth a little over $5,000. So I had to rent a tedder. I had to rent, or I'll say lease a tedder, lease a mower, and lease a baler machine. So field 17, it's not that small. I mean, it's not that big, but it's real small. But there's 3 different steps: cut the grass, dry it, and then bale it, and then take the bale and then sell it. So I took all three of these things over there separately. I took the mower, I took the trailer, I took the tedder, and then I took the baler at 2 different times. And then now it is time to cut the grass first. So now that I'm done cutting the grass, it's time to dry the grass with a tedder. I have to go all the way around and get all of it to dry, and then the next step will be coming right after. So now that I'm done with tethering the grass, it's time to go get the baler machine to create big bales of grass so we can finish the contract, and we will have to sell that to the animal seller, and that will complete the contract once we reach that point. So now the baling process is over. So I need to pick up these bales and get them out the way just to get the little spots. And then we're going to be on the way. We're going to take the bale and we're going to stick it into the trailer. I know that's not the proper trailer. That is the first initial trailer that I started off with. But it's what I got for right now. I'm trying to profit without leasing or having to buy too much stuff at the moment. But I understand that I'm going to have to buy stuff. You buy it to make money, to profit, so I'm going to have to start investing. But right now I'm being a cheap ass, and I'm just sticking what I got. Now, it's going to work, so it's no big deal, but it's just something I want to throw out there on why I'm using this. The reason why it sucks is, first of all, it's a metal bar in the way. This particular trailer is only good for, it's good for like fertilizer and wheat and all that little loose stuff. But you can actually put this in here. So now that we're at the animal seller, we're gonna go ahead and sell all this to them, and mission is over. And we made a few extra dollars out of that, like an extra 800 or so. And that mission is over. Or I keep saying mission, that contract. So after doing little contracts, fertilized contracts, belly contracts, harvesting contracts. Well, that harvester would fail, by the way. Well, I did have the footage, but I went ahead accidentally, but I did, I purchased a small greenhouse by curiosity to see how it works. So I had to go rent. I had to lease. I keep saying rent, lease, almost the same thing. I had to lease a small water tank. Well, the water tank is so I can get water from this water tank, from the ground or the well, whatever you want to call it, so I could have water for my greenhouse, because I was unaware of how the greenhouse works. So I had to lease this, and it didn't cost that much to lease. I mean, for the most part, the people that have a whole lot of these greenhouses, they have to lease the big truck and the big tank. So this little one, it didn't really cost much. And this is just a test drive. So now that I have this, I'm actually thinking about getting another small greenhouse, or I may go ahead and purchase a big greenhouse, and we'll see where it goes from there. I'm really testing the market right now to see how I can make money. So now we're putting this water into the greenhouse and trying to fill it up as far as we can to see exactly how much can I put in there. Because just remember, everything I'm doing is all test. Everything's a test. I'm just running with the flow of this farming life. It's it's not my field, but I'm slowly making it my field. And one thing I'd love to do is make money, and making money is learning this process. If I don't learn this process, I'm not going to make any money. So now that we get this water in here, we're going to see if this thing is going to be active, if the strawberries are going to start growing. Actually, they're not strawberries, tomatoes. I believe I have tomatoes. I'll take that back, tomatoes. So let's run it here. We'll just check this out real quick. Just it's weird because the date has gone by. I hope that hopefully my fields could grow. If they can't grow, I'm not seeing any progress, which is a little bit weird, and it's pretty scary. So now we're looking at the market here, and you can see it's December already, and there's nothing. I can't harvest, and I can't grow. Okay, so here we go. So the water tank has a decent amount of water in it, and we'll just go inside and take a look. As you can see, now it is all green, and this thing should be processing really soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The next one, we're gonna have a whole lot more production going on. See ya.